welcome back to my channel. I'm Alicia, and today we're doing another Get Ready With Me. Now, I wasn't going to do a voiceover for this one, but I felt like I needed to explain every single detail in this video because how this outfit came together, literally Hall of Fame outfit for me. Anyway, let's get into it. My hair, I don't really know, like it was kind of a random inspiration thing. I just knew that my hair was going to be down later on in the month, so I kind of wanted an updo, especially since I knew this was going to be the last weekend of summer and it was going to be hot, and I'd rather my hair just be up when it's hot. So I decided to do a high bun, but instead of just using my own hair, I decided to go for more of a curly bun and just have some curly leave out pieces just to add some extra fizzle. So basically you see me laying my hair down with the Ego Styler gel. By the way, my hair is relaxed. This is probably towards the end when I need to get a touch up, so it's a little bit harder for it to lay down because my natural hair is coming out, but that's fine. We got tools, we got product for all that. Anyway, so I'm going in and I'm making sure to set it, well, not set it, but to mold it. But I don't want to get it too hard because it's really not that serious of a look. Like, I just needed my hair to be up, so I basically kind of like set it up for a little bit. Anyway, going in with the brush, making sure it's flat and it's smooth all around. This is simple. I feel like I've gone over this a couple times in past videos but I end up pulling my hair as high, and basically I'm trying to train my hair at this point to stay in a high bun or high pony or whatever it may be. And then I go in and I actually make the high bun that I'm gonna actually set my hair in. It really doesn't matter the size, but honestly you want it as about the size you want your actual bun to be. So that's what I'm doing here. Then I go in with some Got To Be because this stuff will kind of set it really well, I guess. I mean, at this point, I guess I am all in and like setting it and making sure that it's good. But here I'm pulling out my edges because I want a nice little swoop, keep it natural. This edge control, actually, did it say edge control? I don't remember. Anyway, this gel will definitely set your edges, make sure they're straight, smooth, and sleek, especially when I'm closer to needing a relaxer. My curl pattern is a little bit more curly at the roots and at the edges. I guess I really could have played on this, but I really wanted the curl of the hair that I'm using in the bun to be the focal point. So I'm basically going in with the gel and slicking down my edges all around. As you see, I pull out these two pieces just to swoop them in, but then I go in with my little edge brush and brush the remainder of my edges back up just to give it even more of a sleek look. Wow, I'm actually talking a lot. Anyway, so I do this for a while actually because I kind of wanted to show y'all the whole process of me sleeking it down. I don't really think I did the back just because I felt like hair was gonna be hanging down. You could totally do the back. Yeah, going in and brushing it down. I do use two types of brushes. This is more of a soft bristle brush for my edges, and then I use a harder one in terms of molding it and just getting it to lay flatter and smoother. This is really good for your edges, a soft bristle brush. And we're still on the edges. Okay, after all that work is done, you want to make sure you set this. It is going to help them stay longer, just mold better. Like, just set your edges, lay them down with a scarf. It's really simple. And I do this while I go in with my makeup. But I am gonna go ahead and put the hair that I'm using for my bun in just so that it can get used. I don't know, I just put it in just so it was not an extra step later. So this curly hair is basically like some organic pack hair. It's synthetic, so it's not real human hair. I really just picked it up accidentally. I didn't even know I was gonna do this look when I went to the beauty supply store and got hair, but I pull out a couple pieces on the side, and then I kind of use those to wrap it around. I don't really use too many pins in this look. Like I said earlier, I really was just trying to keep it simple. Wasn't really trying to make anything that was going to stay too long. Like, I don't even think I bobby pinned this hair in. Actually, I didn't, now that I think about it. And as you'll see, but I basically just wrap the base of this hair, or like the track essentially, closer to the base of the bun, if that makes sense. And then I just keep wrapping it around just so that the hair is attached to my head. And the goal is to get it attached without having to do too much. As you see, like keeping the band towards, I don't really know how to better explain this, the band towards the, I don't know, base of the bun essentially. But then I just, yeah. Anyway, you're gonna go in later on and wrap the hair around, so it's not really too serious because it's all gonna be covered, which is another reason why it's essential to get hair that is similar to your hair color. Get it so that it's similar to your hair color. I don't even remember what color this is. Maybe it's 1B. I like cycle between 1B and 2, and sometimes 4 so often that I don't even remember anymore. But anyway, I'm just going in, attaching the bun, making sure it's on my head, so that's not a step that I gotta do later. Anyway, now I'm about to go in and do my makeup. Now, the thing about makeup is I sometimes have an idea. I really sometimes have an idea of what I want to do. This time I was just kind of like, I'm gonna go in kind of bare, kind of neutral, and then just work from there. I honestly didn't even think I was gonna put that much makeup on on this day, but hey, it is what it is. I basically go in with some moisturizer with SPF to start us off, Fenty Beauty, and I go with my baby face primer as you see, and then I'm filling in my brows as usual with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It takes a little bit longer to apply the pomade, but I mean it's a cleaner and smoother look, and it lasts a lot longer, especially if you're gonna be sweating and stuff. But nonetheless, it's just another brow item. But I basically fill it in kind of thick, and then I go through and kind of brush it out, even it out, and just really fluff it just to give it a more natural look. I do my brows first because I'll contour with some concealer when I finish, and I do that first because when I put my foundation on, I like to have it blend out naturally over time, versus if I do it after, it's a little bit more harsh, in my opinion. Yeah, in my opinion. Anyway, you see me going in with the concealer and just cutting out the brows, making sure the lines are sharp and to my liking. This is a good brow day, so I knew it was gonna be a good makeup day. But then I basically go in and kind of blend out the concealer because I don't want it to be too harsh, like I said. So I'll draw the lines, let them set for a moment, and then blend it out just so it's pretty defined, pretty clear cut, pretty stand-outable. Why did I say that? Brows that are just nice and defined. Moral of the story. Blend. Going in, I wanted to color correct, but I couldn't find my color corrector, so I'm just going in with my regular concealer over some darker spots. My skin has been clearing up nicely, so this is not necessarily needed, but it's just an extra step I did because I felt like doing it. Anyway, I'm going in with some concealer, spot correcting, quote unquote, and then I eventually go in with my foundation. This is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I believe it's like $8. Very affordable. It's not Fenty, and I miss Fenty, so I'm definitely gonna go get some. My birthday's coming up, I'm gonna go get it because I need my look to be flawless. Not to say that this isn't flawless, but like I have to put it on, as you can see, and let it oxidize before I really blend it down. It's just more work in terms of blending and getting it to match my complexion, versus if I do Fenty, it oxidizes in a very different way. I don't know how to explain that. I'm not a scientist, but moral of the story is I like Fenty better. Anyway, so I'm blending it in with the concealer that I already under my face that I had to let sit for a minute so I can kind of dry down, and so that when I blend it, it doesn't wipe off immediately or absorb by the beauty blender. By the way, the beauty blender is damn wet. It's a sponge, so basically you want it to be wet so that it doesn't absorb your product as much as it would if it was dry. And the water in the water in the sponge also helps to keep it malleable and not to dry down so quickly. Is that true? I don't know, but it sounded nice, right? It sounded really nice. Anyway, so blend. I felt like the concealer covered it pretty well, but I mean the foundation isn't terrible. It's just not Fenty, it's just not Fenty. Anyway, blend and make sure to get in my my eyes, the shadows, the eyeshadow area. I can't think of it. My eyelids, because I like my foundation to be smooth and basically just look like skin, so I cover all of it. This is me going in and I'm highlighting the lighter shade concealer under my eyes. I do it on my chin. I do it on my, is it cupid's bow, the top of your lip? That little area. I don't know. I'm definitely ahead of what's going on in this video, but it is what it is at this point. I contour the top of my head, like my forehead and my nose. I don't do this all the time, but at this point I was already into the makeup. I might as well just keep going and commit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna do a makeup look, let's just go all the way in. So like I said, I'm concealing and contouring and doing all that good stuff. Wow, this is actually gonna be okay, back again, blending. Now the thing about it is I like to let my concealer dry a little bit, especially, well, this is LA Girl Cosmetics, and one time I was buying some of this stuff and the girl at the counter was like, it's got beeswax in it, so it blends really well, but you don't want to sleep in it because it clogs your pores. Is that true? I don't know, but what she told me at that point, it was lost. So now I try my best to take my makeup off, especially if I'm wearing this. But moral of the story is I like to let it dry a little bit so that it's so that's in my skin, but it's still malleable enough so that I can change it and manipulate it to how I choose. This is me going in with a darker color to contour my cheekbones. I go in with a brush, and then somebody told me to like blend up or like push up, and I just kept doing it. I thought it looked good, so in my book it works. So I'm doing that on both sides just to help establish and reinforce that contour line. You see it under the cheekbone. Yeah, blend up. Okay, this is me putting on blush. I don't know if you can tell. I almost can't tell that I'm wearing blush. I mean, a little bit, and I don't actually ever know if you can actually tell in person, but for the sake of me wearing pink, I felt like pink blush just felt right. Anyway, going in with some setting powder under my eyes to set those essential, and then I'm going in with some powder and I'm cutting the where I contoured. I'm doing it right under, so that when I brush it away, it's almost a completely different shade, because the powder definitely lightens up the area, even though it sets it. I mean, it's translucent powder, but like it will, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. It'll kind of lighten up under the line, especially with the contrast of colors. Anyway, you're gonna wanna blend this really hard. You don't want that line. And if it's gonna be there, it's gotta be really, really subtle and blendable. So blend, dust, do whatever you gotta do. Make sure it's not showing. Okay, so I found this palette when I was cleaning my room, and I got it for Christmas, and it's pink, and I thought this was perfect for this look. Didn't know exactly what I was gonna do, but when I saw it, when I opened it up, I was like, perfect, pink. Let's run it up. Let's do something cool. So I used the little plastic cover that comes in the packaging. I kept it, and I'm using it as a guide for my wing eyeliner. Don't throw it away, ladies. It's a tool. Yeah, so I'm using it to get a very sharp wing liner. Sorry, the words are not coming to me again today, but I use it to do a very sharp wing liner. And I could also do this with liquid. I have some liquid eyeliner, but I don't know, I just wanted to use this palette. Also, there's nothing on this brush, like I didn't dip it in any liquid or anything. I was, as you can see, struggling to get it on camera, like I was so focused, but I didn't use anything on the brush. The brush is a really cheap brush. I don't even think the set was $20, but yeah, really cheap. But the key to it, I would say, is that your eyelids need to be primed, and like do a small amount initially and just build, because it's easier to build than to take away. And this is about the time when I realized that they weren't even my wings. But you know, if you're close enough to tell that they're going in different directions, you're honestly way too close to me. Like that's a whole different issue. But anyway, keep going, because at this point we're actually crushed on time, and I don't know if I mentioned, but I was definitely running late at this point. But if you've been watching, that's nothing new. I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on it. Anyway, I go in with the kind of really potent pink color as the base of the liner. But then I wanted to play around, and I go in with this even lighter color, this even lighter shade of pink, and I kind of do that towards the middle just to give it a little bit more pop. And I also wanted to see how like opaque it was going to show up on my complexion, because you know, you never know, being dark skinned, you never know. So doing that on both eyes. Going in with the lashes. I'm actually surprised that I got this on camera, but actually, in fact, I only got one on camera because, yeah, I'm actually using a white glue. So in some other scenes later on, you're gonna see the white glue on my eye, but it dries clear, so it all works out. Don't freak out. And even if it didn't, I'm gonna end up I end up going over that line again with more pink shadow, just to help emphasize, because it's like once you put the lashes on, it kind of takes away a little layer of the liner anyway. So I just go back over it just to ensure. Like I said, I was already all in on the makeup look, so I just kept going in to my inner corners with this glitter that's in the palette, just because why not, you know? Why not? That seemed like a necessary step in my head. Okay, finishing up with the makeup. Now I take off the scarf from setting, and yes, you gotta do this before you're completely finished with your look because of that line right there on my forehead. You want to give that line time to fade away and to add your makeup and allow it to oxidize and blend in enough time so that you're not looking crazy. Anyway, so the bun wasn't buttered enough, and like I said, I wanted to play on the curls of the hair, so I'm pulling out some pieces to create a slight bang and a slight messiness that just gives this look a certain chic. I can't explain it, but when you see it, it's gonna make sense. See, a nice little bun, and my hair wasn't my hair wasn't covering the curled hair wasn't covering the bun as well as I needed it to, so I ended up readjusting it, as you can see, just so it covers it a little better. And then I think I do it too off camera just to make sure. And like I said, I don't secure it with anything. I'm literally using the hair to secure itself. Like, I'm just wrapping it a bunch of times. And the thing about curly hair that I've realized is it will, when you wrap it, it will hold a lot better than straight hair. But that's probably obvious because it has a curl and it's used to being entangled, I guess. But the moral of the story is curl hair holds better. Outfit. Now, this is where it gets good, if it wasn't good already. This outfit, believe it or not, all from Goodwill. Except the shoes, but all from Goodwill. The vest, Goodwill. I think I got it for like $6 at the beginning of the year. The shorts, also Goodwill. These shorts are actually longer, but I rolled them up once again to give it more of a chic look. The vest is zipper, as you probably did guess, it did come down, and it came down in brunch, bottomless mimosa brunch. So that was fun. That was cute. Anyway, this scarf makes the look. And the thing about it was, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna do it initially, because I was like, it's kind of too much. Like, it's a little hot. These shoes aren't even the same color, pink. They're not. In real life, they're not. But some way, somehow, it matched. Some way, somehow. But these shoes aren't mules, and I wanted a mule look because mule look is a little bit more relaxed. So I ended up wrapping the straps around the base. I might go in with my jewelry. It's gold because I felt like that would be a nice accent with the pink and the shimmer, as well as the buttons on the vest. Actually, I didn't even notice that until now. Anyway, my earrings are kind of like a teardrop stud. Very simple, very dainty. I go in with this oil from the beauty supply store. It's like a fruity, I don't know, it was pink. I thought it went with the look. We was just going for pink all across the board, more of the story. But yeah, I go in and I line my lip, doing like a brown outer, a dark brown outer, and then a light pink inner, and then I go on top pink gloss. Once the pink gloss set a little bit, like settled down, or set, I don't know, once it was on a little bit longer, it kind of matched my complexion as well as the undertones of the liner that I used a lot better. But yeah, I was just all out pinking. I was just pinking it up with this look in as many places as I can get it without it looking ridiculous. But yeah, this is me going in with the gloss, and that's the look. Thank you for watching. Wow.